Hi guys, welcome to our assembly for today. It's Monday. I hope you had a lovely weekend. And it is getting exciting because we're getting a little bit closer to Christmas. We've got 2 weeks left in school, so we've still got lots of hard work to do over the next couple of weeks. But I know that you've all got trees up at home. I know that there's all sorts of bright, pretty lights all around town, and it's really lovely. So we're going to think about the Christmas story this week, and then we'll read some more Christmas stories next week. But the Christmas story for Christians is all about the birth of the baby Jesus. And Christians have a very special name for this time of year. It's not Christmas. So see if you know what that is. See if you can tell your teacher what that is. So pause the video. I wonder if any of you have got it right. To give you a clue, it begins with an A. And some of you might have a special calendar or a candle to do with this. It's Advent. Now, here's the really tricky one, and I'd be really impressed if some of the older children get this, but the word Advent means something special. And it's not to do with Christmas, because you can use this word at any time of the year with the something of this happening. So see if you can tell your teacher what that is. See if you know. So again, pause the video. That's right. Advent means waiting or expecting, waiting for something to happen. Because at this time of year, Christians are waiting for Christmas Day when baby Jesus was born. And that is that very special time of the year, because Jesus was that special gift from God to show that God loved us all so much that he gave us his only son. And that's very much the center of Christian belief. That's really, really important for all of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the Christmas story today, and then over the next couple of assemblies we're going to be thinking a little bit about how that impacts on us and what that means in our everyday lives, and how it changes some of the things that we do over the Christmas period. So let's have a look at our Christmas story. I've got a lovely book for you this time. Okay, so this is the Nativity, the story of baby Jesus, and it's written by May Elliott and illustrated by Richard Johnson, but it's a version of the story from the Bible. So here we go. We've got the front piece with the wise men visiting baby Jesus. Now, long ago, in a little town called Nazareth, lived a young woman called Mary. She was going to be married to Joseph, who was a carpenter. And a carpenter is somebody who makes things out of wood. And you can see that this is a very typical home from that time, where you've got a big flat area on the roof and steps up to the roof, and people might live on here as well. So steps outside instead of steps indoors. One day when Mary was alone in her home, an amazing thing happened. A beautiful angel shining brightly appeared and told Mary that he had some very great news for her. This was the angel Gabriel, and he told Mary that God had chosen her for a very special task. She was to have a child, and he would be the Son of God. He would be called Jesus and would be very important for all of mankind. When Angel Gabriel left, Mary was astonished and amazed. She told Joseph that all that the angel Gabriel had said, and as time passed, she found out that she was indeed to have a baby. But as the time of the baby's arrival grew nearer, King Herod decreed that everyone must go and put their name on a register, a big special list. They had to return to the town where they were born. And because Joseph was born in Bethlehem, Mary and Joseph had to travel to Bethlehem. The journey was long and tiring. Mary and Joseph traveled by donkey, along hot and dusty roads. Finally, they arrived at Bethlehem, but because of King Herod's decree, it was very busy. Mary and Joseph needed to find a room for the night, so Joseph knocked at the door of an inn, but he was told there was no room for him and Mary. Joseph tried again and again, but to no avail. All the inns were full, and they were turned away. It was dark and growing cold, and Mary felt sure it wouldn't be long before the baby would be born. Joseph tried one final inn, and though it was full, the kindly innkeeper took pity on Mary and Joseph. He told them that they could sleep in his stable. Mary and Joseph were very grateful. They led their donkey into the warm stable and made a bed in the straw, amongst the cows and the horses and the other animals. Mary knew that her special baby would soon be born. And then the baby Jesus came. there in the stable, surrounded by the peaceful, watching animals. Mary wrapped him up to keep him warm and placed him in a manger where the hay was kept for a bed. Up in the hills, some shepherds were watching their flock by night when they were blinded by a bright light. It was an angel, and he brought them great news. He told them they must go to Bethlehem, where a very special baby had been born. So they set off straight away, following a bright star in the sky. Meanwhile, in the east, 3 wise men also saw this bright new star in the sky. They knew that a very special baby had been born, and they too set off following the star. It was very peaceful in the stable in Bethlehem. Just then, the door creaked open. The baby's visitors had arrived. The 3 shepherds came in, telling Mary and Joseph that they'd travelled a long way to see the special baby. They brought Jesus a gift of a baby lamb. And then more visitors arrived. It was the 3 wise men, bearing beautiful and expensive gifts for the baby Jesus. One brought gold, one brought myrrh, and one brought frankincense. They explained that they too had followed the bright star in the sky to come and see the special baby. The 3 wise men laid down their gifts where the baby Jesus lay in his manger. The shepherds and the wise men gazed upon his face and knew, as the angel had foretold, that this baby would be very important for all of mankind. As the stars twinkled and the angels sang, Mary, Joseph, the shepherds, the 3 wise men, and all the animals gathered round the baby Jesus together, for they knew this had been a very special day. There we go. So, there we go, guys. Now, there's lots of different retellings of this story because this story is a really, really old one. So, it's been around for over 2,000 years, and it's in the Bible. And the version in the Bible is a bit tricky. Some of the words are a bit big and a bit difficult. And there's lots of picture books and versions of this story. And we've even got a little tableau, a little scene of this story outside the office, and see all the different people who are in it from the models. And it's really, really important that we remember this is what Christmas is all about. And that's where the word Christmas comes from. It's that word Christ, okay, because we talk about Jesus Christ. And the most important thing for Christians at this time of year is to remember that God gave us baby Jesus. And God did that so that he could show that he loved us all so much. So there we go, guys. Bit of a story. And on Wednesday in our assembly, we're going to talk a little bit more about what that means for us and what that means for Christians around the world. Have a lovely rest of the day, guys, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.